Hey guys, happy new year. Aren't you guys excited that 2021 is over and we're in 2022? Some of you may be excited. Some of you are like, we're in 2022. So, we're going into our third year in a whole panini press, and people are just, it's crazy out here in these COVID-19 streets. But if you have been following me and my personal journey, as well as what we've been doing on Do I Look Sick, you are up to date on the things that have transpired for the past 2 years, really. So, as you can imagine, this does not look the same. It would not look the same, but we will continue to bring you videos and information and the things that we've been bringing to you. Um, Do I Look Sick 2022 will look a bit different. As you know, we're still processing, everything that's going on. But my idea was to give you guys a little bit behind the scenes, and I'm thinking about this year, and you guys can let me know how you feel because I would really be interested in what you think. Um, these podcasts have honestly been healing for me. So I do want to continue in spite of everything that's going on. I would, for 2022, I would like to use these videos to follow my journey as I manage my health. Y'all know I'm always on some type of health kick. I go back and forth. Sometimes I relapse and go to my comfort food that's not so good for me. But when I'm on it, I'm on it. And y'all know how I am. So it'll be a journey of me rediscovering foods and my health and nutrition. Um, that is a first priority, because if my health is not where it is, I cannot do the work that I've been doing, and that the I can't participate in the opportunities that have been given to me. So my health is first priority. So I'll be in the kitchen again, cooking up some new interesting meals. I keep saying I'm gonna go vegan, and that don't last long at all. So we're gonna try it again, but I'm gonna slow myself into it. But I don't know. We'll see. So nothing right now is planned for 2022 as far as these shows are done. Whenever the spirit moves me to tell y'all something, that's what I'm gonna do. Um, I would like to keep it every 2 weeks, like we were doing, just to give you guys an update on what's going on with me and how everything is going. I know a lot of you, and I'm so, 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 so thankful for those of you that have reached out to me to just say, hey, I'm thinking about you. I'm checking on you. Keep going. I look up to you. Don't stop. Get your rest. If you need to talk, I'm here. The amount of people that have reached out to me has been like so incredibly overwhelming, and I'm incredibly thankful for you guys. I love y'all. So between that and Jennifer's spirit, it's keeping me going. It's holding me up. Um, because if I was out here by myself, I could not do it. So um, I feel her presence, and I know that she's here, helping me with just kind of transition. So back to my journey, owning my journey. That's what we're doing this year. So yeah, I want this to be more like you guys following me on that journey, back into the nutrition, back into my exercise routine, because I've kind of slacked off, but just trying to balance my health with sickle cell. Hopefully I say something or I create something that will help you guys to better yourselves as far as your health. I believe that food is the one thing that we can control as far as our health. Um, and what we eat can either help us or hurt us. So that's always in my mind. I'm always researching foods that help or that is adding to the pain, adding to the problem. So I don't want people to think that just because you're on a healthy diet or plant-based diet, you may not have crisis. Everybody is different. Sickle cell or not, sickle cell affects everybody different. So maybe you eating healthier could be cutting out a lot of fried stuff. Fried stuff leads to inflammation. So maybe you're healthy, or maybe your first step is baking your stuff or air frying it or oven frying it or whatever. But I hope I say something during this journey that you can incorporate into your own lives and to help yourselves. So that's one reason I want to continue. Also, I was offered a position at the Sickle Cell Foundation of Georgia. Again, many of you who have been following, you're probably like, you ain't been working for them? No. I've been volunteering mostly. But I'm working for them now. It's part-time, so I still have time to be with you guys and still maintain my health. Again, it's first priority. Um, so yeah, I'm excited about that position. I've also received opportunities for consulting with different pharmaceutical companies, which I'm super excited about. People have just been opening the doors for me, and I'm really excited to see how this year unfolds, taking advantage of these opportunities, and it's just going to be amazing. So I just feel it in my bones. Regardless of what happens in this panoramic that we're in, this year is going to be bomb. The past 2 years, even though we've been in this pandemic, even though we've been in this pandemic for the past 2 years, going on 3 years, I've killed each year. I've taken it by the reins and just taken off. 2022 was all about my health. I was able to discover some new things about myself and just reinvent myself. 2021 was an extension of that, with me finishing Georgia State and conquering some things that were unfinished and that left me defeated. And that was my biggest to sickle cell disease. Um, so I killed that. And now 2022, I can just somewhat relaxed because now all the blessings are in my lap. They're here. I don't have to move. I don't have to do anything because they're here. So all I have to do now is embrace it and just keep going. So I'm super excited about that. Um, Another part of this video diary, a lot of you who are close to me know that I'm a bit guarded and I could stand to be a bit more vulnerable and transparent. I am transparent to a certain degree, especially with sickle cell and letting you know what's going on with me and just educating you about sickle cell. But overall, um, yeah. So this will be something like a video diary and just processing things with me on losing Jennifer and a lot of other things, really. It's not just about losing Jennifer, but of course, with this podcast being something that Jennifer and I did, this foundation being something that Jennifer and I did, I do want to incorporate that. I don't want it to be all about that, but I do want to be able to give you guys a balance and just really update you guys on how I've been doing, because I've had so many people reach out to me. So I know that you care. So I do want to say that I have started therapy, um, because again, without your health, whether it's mental or physical, you can't do anything. You can't be of service to anybody. You can't work like you need to. So, of course, um, this year, my goal, I was already planning to find a permanent therapist, someone more personable anyway. The past 2 years, I've taken advantage of the free counseling with Be the Match, and that was very helpful in that time. Last year, I was working with someone with my insurance company, and that was extremely helpful as well. The only reason I did not continue with those is because one of them was a limited time anyway, but I still have the resources from working with them. And the other, I really want someone more personable. Like I said, they were good for the moment and whatever I needed at that time. But I would really like someone more personable, because I feel like I can really go deep on some things that have been festering, and that I need to work out. So that was my reason for setting that as a goal this year. And after last month, I was like, let me go ahead and make this appointment. I already had two people in mind. So I made the appointment with my top choice, and I've already had my first session. That was last week, and it went really well. I didn't expect anything else. She gave me homework to work on, which is great. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm really proud of myself for taking the initiative and putting that as a priority. When I lost my sister 18 years ago, I rejected therapy. I didn't want to go to therapy. I didn't want to talk about my sister the whole time. I was just like, whatever. So I don't want to process things like I did then. I really want to be intentional with processing and just going through it. Um, so yeah, that's my idea for what this podcast will look like going forward. You will definitely see a lot of changes as far as my setup, and I'm just slowly working through that. It's honestly my creative outlet. So, the past month after graduation, my goal was to not do anything because I've been going hard, and I've done exactly that. I know y'all might be like, it's hard for me to sit down, and I'm always on the move, but after graduation I did exactly that. I have not, I won't say I did 100%, but I can say about between 93 and 95%. I've done absolutely nothing. So this week I'm preparing myself to go back into work mode, because I actually go into the office next week, and this was my first thing to do. It is the second Monday of the month, which we do our podcast every second and fourth Monday. So kind of want to keep it consistent if I can with that. But you know how sickle cell is. If we're not feeling well or whatever it is, then we're just gonna have to reschedule. I know y'all understand. So that's it. I believe I did take some notes. Let me see if I cover everything. Um, I'm not sure if I will have guests on because of how I explained this podcast, how I envision this podcast to be. So I don't really expect to have any guests on, at least not. This is just for 2022. Um, there were some topics that I had written down that I still feel need to be discussed. So, at whatever point that I decide to do that, I'll of course let you guys know so you can tune in, and I'll probably do that live. But um, at this point, I'm not really sure if any guests will come on. Let's see. So yeah, that's where I am. Um, our goal and our vision for both Sickle Cell Awareness 365, um, it says 365 for a reason. It's every day, even if, and that's not saying I'm sick every day. It's saying that this is something that we have to deal with every day when we operate in a way to avoid a pain crisis. Everything that we do, just everything, anything you can think of, if you name it, we cooking, it's operated because of sickle cell. I can cook my butt off, but I'm gonna pay for it afterward because my legs and everything else is gonna be hurting. But it's worth it. That mushroom risotto I did last night was worth it. So, um, even just the weather. I really don't even like to go out in the winter. But of course, if I have to, maybe I'm probably more bundled up than your average person. I'm taking more immune building stuff. Anything that we do is affected by sickle cell. It's operated off of the thought process that we have sickle cell. So sickle cell is 365, and we it hurts me, it pains me that people still choose to be ignorant about this disease. So it's gonna be sickle cell awareness 365. It doesn't stop. It's no days off. Even in my rest period, it was still no days off. I was resting to prepare myself for this year. So that is it for now. I think I'll cover everything, but let me know your thoughts about going forward. I would really like to hear from you guys because that helps me on what type of material I'll need to put in the podcast, because I want it to be something that can help you. I want it to be something that you can incorporate in your life. So yeah, let me know what you think. And y'all be safe out here in this panini press pandemic, whatever it is. Peace out.